stop them now, or press *0.
Welcome to Audio Tour Stop 2. The big trees with dark bark are live oaks. Live oaks do not grow in the constant wet of the swamp. They must have higher and drier ground. Their preferred habitat is the natural levees along bayous, but they also grow in places like these middens. The middens were created by the American Indians who lived here over 1,000 years ago. Further information regarding middens can be found on the wayside sign. Live oak is the densest, strongest wood native to North America. In the late 1700s and early 1800s, oak lumber was used for building warships. In fact, during the War of 1812, the USS Constitution received the nickname Old Ironsides because British cannonballs bounced off her planks of live oak. Live oaks usually grow thick trunks and wide, spreading limbs. Their low centers of gravity and extensive root systems give them great strength to resist high winds and storms. These live oaks are reasonably healthy, although they've had shells dug from around their roots, been hit by lightning, and lost limbs in hurricanes. The trees around you are at least 250 years old and maybe more than 400 years old. Look on the tree branches for resurrection ferns. These ferns have leaves that curl and turn brown as dry winds. When it rains, the leaves unfurl and turn green. soil. Instead, it is a floating mat of plants, some still growing, some dead and decaying. This marsh is called flottant, a French term for floating. The flottant is not a good place for a hike. Every step must be carefully judged and tested to decide whether the floating mat will support a hiker's weight. The flottant marsh rises and falls with the water beneath it. The marsh rises when storms blowing from the south out of the Gulf of Mexico force water into the Barataria region. Heavy rains can also cause it to rise. Strong winds from the north blow water out of Barataria into the Gulf, and the flottant falls. It also falls in times of drought. After big storms, chunks of flottant may tear off and float away or sink. Hurricane Katrina folded up acres of flottant like accordions. The flottant marsh is home to many different kinds of plants and animals. Look for cattails and for bull's tongue plants with white blossoms, swamp rabbits, alligators, nutrias, raccoons, coyotes, white-tailed deer, and many species of birds also live in the flottant marsh. Animals that live here have adapted to the floating land. The feet of the deer and the rabbits tend to splay wider than normal to